Hello everyone, today is March 13th, 2019. It's around 1:49 p.m. Central Time. I wanted to bring this message to your attention. I've been receiving some emails about the land process, and so I know I've spoken in the past about the steps. Today I would like to take my time and go into details and in sequential, what you should be looking for. And also I'm going to provide you documentation of the site plan and also the agreement between you and the chiefs, what it looks like, and also the building permit, okay? Because there's a lot of people that have never seen this documentation. So my goal is to prevent somebody from showing you a fictitious document as something that is legitimate. Okay, so it's all about protecting yourself. If you think you're getting something of value, please go and click on my PayPal link and donate to support the channel. Also share the links, okay, so we can move this movement forward. Okay, I appreciate everything. Okay, I'd like to dive deep into this. So assuming you find a land in Ghana that you are interested, whether you find the land or somebody brought it to your attention, whether it's owned by the chief or whether it's owned by some company that bought it from the chief, this process is still going to be the same. You must follow these in sequence. And if the seller is not willing to do this, then maybe I think you need to move on to somebody else. Okay, so first you want to make inquiries, right, or inquiries, and checks on the land and who owns it and that kind of stuff, right? So the burden is therefore on you to check for any potential fraudulent activity from the seller, right? So one of the first red flag is if they're asking for money, for giving you a site plan, right? They shouldn't be doing that. They should be providing that to you. So then the first thing you want to do is like you want to ask for like a site plan, basically that shows the boundaries of properties between neighbors. Okay, later down the video I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so you want them to provide that to you. Okay, and so so in the site plan you see the coordinates and everything, the dimensions of the parcel. You may oversee other parcels of land around the area where there's an alley, where there's in a street, and all that kind of pertinent information, right? So you want them to provide that because the site plan also helps prevent ownership dispute with land guards, right? So land guards are like area, like we call them extortionalists, that come there and disturb your peace. Okay, you want to do that. So granted they give you a site plan, the next step you want to do is like you want to go ahead and pay and hire a licensed independent surveyor, right? All these things about protecting you, right? So that's why we're doing this. So we want them to verify these coordinates because sometimes the site plan may have been done decades ago and maybe the equipment was not precise. So now you want a new licensed surveyor to go there and make sure those coordinates are actually accurate and all that stuff. If they find out any discrepancies, what is going to happen is then that licensed surveyor will work it out with the seller to agree on which way to go. So granted everything is good on that, then what you want to do is like you want to take that site plan and you want to do something called a search. Okay, search is basically like a background check on the seller with the land commission to verify the authentic owner of the land, right? Because anybody can claim they own something, right? So you are doing that as another way to find out who's the legitimate owner. The search usually takes about 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks in between that. So at this time you are not paying any money, okay? So you just waiting for the search, okay? And also one of the things you have to buy in mind too, like prospective buyers need to know that buying land in Ghana can only be done as a leasehold. Okay, a leasehold, not a freehold. I will explain those two terms. Okay, a freehold can be described as a life estate, meaning the land is the internal property of the owner, right? Eternal property, right? So a freehold means like literally you own the land kind of like forever, right? Ghana doesn't offer that. Ghana offer a leasehold, which is basically the property can be sold for a limited duration. In this case, for a Ghanaian, 99 years, and also for an expat, which also may include certain Ghanaians that have lived outside the country for 14 years or more, right? You are considered an expat, and so for that agreement is 50 years. So 99 years for a native Ghanaian in the country, 50 years for expat. That is what they are saying. Okay, but I think that if you're Ghanaian that was born over there, you can still get 99 years. Deal. If you're non-Ghanaian, I think you can also get 99 years. But what you are saying is that you are moving to Ghana permanently. Okay, so you want a 99 years lease. Okay, so you want to do that. So granted, the site plan comes back, and Chief XYZ is the owner. That's the person you are negotiating. Then the next step you're about to do is to draft and sign a purchase and transfer agreement. I'm going to show you all the documentation on this video, how it looks like, right? Which is also called indenture, right? Which states the agreement between you and the owner, right? I.e. the real estate company or the chief, whatever, and the terms, 99 years. And also in this agreement, it shows the acreage, right? It also shows, the dimensions, the coordinate and everything in this thing. And so before you make any payment, right? That's what you are doing. Okay, your name should be in all document, in all receipt, even if you have intermediary person. So i.e. if you are outside Ghana and somebody is going there to pay money on your behalf, their name should not be on any receipt or anything. Okay, and if they are giving excuses like, quote unquote, you are not native Ghanaian, and so I'm going to put in my name, and then when you come there and we can do a transfer, that is BS to the highest degree. Okay, so everything should be in your name. Okay, all receipts, all documentation. You are the buyer, you will be the owner. That person is just an intermediary person that is on your behalf. Okay, so you sign that paperwork and everything, and then what is going to happen is the chief is going to sign it. They will get some witnesses in there to put their signature and fingerprint as well. I'll show you what it looks like. And so then what is going to be happening is, like, if you're outside the country, they will have to mail those documentation to you, okay? And you have to put your signature. Don't have somebody do that for you. You put your signature onto it, okay? And they will tell you where to sign. You will have to sign also at the back, which is usually like a blank page. You also need to put your signature and date it on it as well. Okay, a good person that is handling your business and what you're doing will actually take a pencil and mark all the places you need to sign. So you sign it and mail it back to the person that's handling this for you. So they're gonna take that. So at this point, the chief has been paid, or the seller has been paid, and you've received the indenture with all these terms and all the signatories, right, on it. Then what is going to happen is you're going to take it to the land commission, right? So in the land commission, what are you bringing? You are bringing the site plan with the coordinates in there. It's like a folder that they will have, like a packet in there that they have. That they also have the purchase agreement, signed and everything, which is the indenture and all the stuff, in there, and which your signature and everything in there. They're going to take it to the land commission. You pay the fee. You probably have to pay like a property tax on it, which is a minimum fee. And so you pay that, and then what is going to happen is they're going to start working on the documentation. When they're done, so for example, if you're in Cape Coast is done, they have to send it to Accra High Court, okay? And so the High Court is also going to put their stamps and everything in there, and then they're going to send it back to Cape Coast. All this process can take a minimum of 6 months to for about a year. So be patient, but you still have to be following up. I would say every 3 weeks to a month, you know, because that is how I got my 8 months, okay? And that is probably sending somebody over there every 2 to 3 weeks, right? Just following through. So once you have that going, so what is going to happen is if somebody goes and take your land that you've purchased, try to go register it, they will see that the process has already begun, right? That's what you want. So in this time, you have your architectural plan being drawn and all that stuff, because you need to submit that for a bidding permit. So when you are bidding, you don't have the bidding committee, you know, coming to your site and graffiti the place with, you know, stop building, that kind of stuff. So you want to do that. I'll also be showing you a copy of the building permit, okay, to see how that looks. So I hope this makes sense. So this is the steps that I want you to follow to protect yourself. Don't give up money up front. I don't care if they tell you that this land is in a premier location and is going to be gone by midnight. Don't fall for it. You must demand this, and you must get a site plan first, and you do a search and come up with agreement, everything in your name before you do any payout, okay? And so this is what I want you to do to protect yourself, okay? The second part of the video is me just showing you documentation, okay? That will follow shortly. So this is the second part, you know, that'll be more of the documentation. So remember, you are not paying money for a site plan, right? They've given you a site plan. You have hired a licensed surveyor to go verify those coordinates. Assuming you've done that, everything is, you know, correct. You want to take that, okay, the site plan, right? You want to take that and go to the land commission, right? So the site plan looks something like this, okay? Okay, it looks something like this. So as you can see, right? As you can see, this is like the land of interest, you know, the shaded, I think it's green, okay? That is the land of interest. So in there you can see the coordinate, and also you can see the dimensions, right? And sometimes it is illustrated by the shaded, or sometimes, you know, what they do is like they like highlight the lines along the line of interest, like you see on the other side, the top, okay? That is a site plan. Site plan should look like this, okay? If it doesn't look like this, it's not a site plan, okay? That's what you're gonna take to do a search at the land commission, okay? So you go to the land commission, you do all that stuff, you know, comes back, Mr. XYZ is the legal owner of the land. That's the person that is trying to sell you the land, right? Now you go into agreement, right? Called indenture, right? Indenture is when basically you are agreeing to the terms of how long you are going to be leasing the land for, okay? Presumably 99 years, hopefully, okay? And also it's going to talk about the buyer, the seller, okay? And also the location and the coordinate and everything, okay? Indenture looks like this, okay? Indenture looks like this. You see it? So indenture looks like this, okay? That's an indenture. Okay, the stamps, you see that because my land is fully registered, so the stamps are stamps from the land commission and also the high court, okay? The one in the upper corner, circle one, is from the high court. So that is the indenture. In here states all the transfer and all the agreement, okay? That's what it looks like, okay? Then at the back of the indenture also looks like that. So in here you find the coordinate and everything, and more stamps, okay? So then in that packet that you get, so assuming, right? So in the packet you get, okay, in agreement, there will be something called plan of land, okay? That talks, so you can see those two over there are my land, okay? Shows you the numbers and everything, and also the surveyor's signature and all that kind of stuff. So that is also in the packet. In that packet, there's another yellow sheet, also called plan of land, but this time it isolates just your plot, right? As you can see in the middle with all the coordinates and all the stamps, you know, so duplication of all that stuff, okay? And it shows you the location, the district, the region of where and everything is, okay? So that's what you have. And so And then remember like we talked about the witnesses that you need. Okay, so this is the witnesses. Okay, so the witnesses will sign, and also you sign. So your name is on these documents. Okay, and also the person you're buying it from. So witnesses will sign, also provide a 2-time print, right? And then the other thumb print, the one that which is isolated by itself, is from the chief. Okay, so that is also in the packet. Okay, and then the last page, right? The last page, okay, is indenture release. Okay, that they will stamp it and they will give you a number. I have like I've kind of like blocked them, you know, for privacy reasons. Okay, so these are like stamps from the High Court and also the land registry. So this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what these numbers looks like. Okay, this is what the sheets look like. So if you are getting certain documentation that don't look that, they usually come in a packet like this. Okay, so in my case, there's 1 page, 2, 3, okay, between 3 and 4, okay, between 3 to 4 pages. Okay, so that's what you're having. So if I add this to it, that is 4, right? And then you have your receipt from the tax revenue, and also a letter that looks like this from the land registry saying that you paid certain amount. Okay, so you have that. So once we have that, the land and everything is fully registered. Okay, somebody goes in there and trying to re-register the land, they'll see, you know, the system is going to flag it. Okay, now I'm going to show you. So at this point, land is registered. Okay, you're working on your architectural drawing and stuff like that. You will need to submit the architectural drawing for approval, but to obtain like a building permit. Okay, so what is going to happen is going to look at it. They might send an engineer over there to the site, and also, you know, look at everything else, and then they're gonna, if they approve it, they're gonna stamp it, right? You're gonna get stamps on each of the sheets, you know, because usually, because my blueprint were like 10 pages, so each of the sheets have like a stamp. Okay, the stamps looks like, I'll show you what the stamps look like. Okay, so the stamps, okay, it looks like that. You see them? So that's the stamps, right? So you see that. Okay, that's what the stamps look like. And also I'll show you what a permit looks like. Okay, so this is the permit. It's a big thing like this, you know, that's the permit. It shows, it has your name on it, and it's also going to talk about what type of house you're going to build. So mine says like 2 level, and then completion, right? Usually about 5 years. They want you to complete that in 5 years. Okay, nobody checks on that. Okay, so that is the building permit. Okay, and then in the building permit, so you can see here, you know, it says the description, right? So the description, like they check the foundation walls, you know, windows and everything, you know, veranda, fencing, yards, you know, they check all that. And then that's, you know, the building permit, okay, with your name, stamps and everything. And then this is the back. Okay, so building permit. Okay, I hope this helps. So quick recap. Okay, don't pay for site plan. You need a site plan before, okay, and you do a search. If the company is resistant about a site plan, move on. Okay, go do your research, come back, get into negotiations. Okay, and hopefully, I hope the documents that I've shown to you helps. Okay, and also, so support the channel, go to the link to my PayPal. Okay, donate, share the links. Okay, and thank you very much. So I hope this helps. Thanks.